We're live from the Mutant booth. Mutant live with Big Ron. 2015 Body Power Expo, day 3. So tired though, I almost held up the wrong number of fingers. Klaus Myren Riis here, fellow super mutant. Good to see you, man.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Last time I saw you was which expo?
I can't even remember.
Like last year at Bebo?
So many expos.
Last year at Body Power? Like what was it? You're a lot bigger now, I can tell you that much.
Well, I tried to put on some size.
Yeah,
besides you all the time, Manuel,
right,
Johnny Dahl, you're all big guys.
I know we added Manuel to the team, and now everybody's like shit. So it's going well. It's going well. But yeah, you look the biggest I've ever seen you. What are you weighing?
About 270. I think that's 122, 23 kilos.
That's big for you?
I have been bigger, but not in this conditioning.
It was just the head.
It's just the head.
The head was bigger.
Thanks,
okay, yeah. No, you're doing good. Now we've had a great week. I'm really glad that you were able to come to this expo. We wanted to have you here. You know, you're from Denmark. A lot of people here know you. And one of the funnest parts about this trip, we always talk about it, is the gyms and going to Dino's and having the workouts that we have. And you know, there's that little bit of you that wonders if last year was a bit of a fluke and this year wouldn't be as crazy. You know what I mean?
I would say it gets crazy.
It gets crazier
every year.
Yeah.
I mean, Dino puts up such a great atmosphere in the gym. I mean, it's been talked about many times here, but we can all feel it, and it gets worse in a good way every time, right?
More out of control. So I
mean, last night I thought you were going to get slapped in the face. Manuel
I know. Well, we almost slapped each other. Oh, here you are pulling 6 for a triple. And then you went up to 7 for a double, right?
Yeah, that's actually
a
good record.
You made 6 for a triple look like nothing there, so I'm not surprised you went up, you know?
It felt so good. I was even surprised if you look at my face. I was like, did I just do that?
That's just the thing about, you know what I mean? That's the thing about that energy. So much yelling going on.
Yeah.
And it really makes me remember, like, you know, you hear all these new modern gyms, they don't want any noise happening. And I think
that's actually how I got injured back in the day. Because you need to slow the weight down. You can't scream. You can't really do what.
Like, look at this this set here. You're doing the seated curl supersetted with the hammers that I was doing the other night.
Yeah.
You got Big Dino yelling at you, and then of course you do the drop set, crank out some more reps.
I said going in, let's do it easy today because it's a new gym.
Right.
This is what happens when you have such a great
There's
atmosphere.
just no easy workouts at Dino's. And then you get the same love Manuel got after his squats the other day. You get the fireman carry from Dino. You know, I mean, where do you, like...
I didn't even know what was happening. My mind was blown.
The look on your face was pretty funny. Like, when's the last time you got picked up after a set?
I mean, I felt like a little kid again. I mean, I'm still a kid, but I'm used to my dad throwing me around, but it's a lot of years back.
Yeah.
Dino's like, he's not that big compared to my dad, just lifting me up like I'm a cardboard box.
Yeah, and when people hear that, they're going to go, oh, his dad used to beat him up? But yeah, your dad kind of did used to beat you up. We got some good footage of your crazy family. You come from this awesome background of Viking strongman wrestling, you know, sort of like, look at this is you and your brothers, right?
Yeah.
Doing the Cossack jumps.
3 brothers.
And you come from a pro wrestling family, so you all got all the moves and all the skills to really really got to sell the hurt, right?
When we talk about beating each other up, that's the fun part.
People are
like, do we actually do that?
And here's your dad. What a monster he is. Like,
he's beating my little brother up, and he enjoys it.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that to their brother? You know, I'd love to give my brother a drop kick.
I've been traveling shows.
Your dad's huge.
Till I was 19 doing this stuff. So coming back, doing the show for a national TV was a huge experience.
Yeah, no doubt. This is awesome footage. So tell us about the show. Why were they filming you guys? You know, what was going on here?
Well, they wanted to do a show about a family that's strong, where the father teaches his sons all that he knows, teaches his knowledge.
Right.
But they didn't expect this kind of television, so they put it in a different type of program with several other women. So they ended up being so famous that female program was watched only by men.
Right.
So that's a huge success in that way.
So it went well.
It went really
Now,
well.
has it all aired already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's been aired.
So
We got paid, so we're good to go.
That's the most important part, especially with show business. You got to get paid, right?
Paid for having fun, like we're here, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about. So now, in Denmark, do people recognize you now more because of the show? Like, have you had that stuff happen yet?
Well, I've been on several TV shows for many years.
Right.
So I won't say I get more recognized.
So you went from a C-list celebrity to a B-list celebrity now? You moved up, right?
I would say A+.
You're not quite Justin
Actually,
Bieber.
no, A+.
A plus? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, no, that's really cool, man. When we started seeing the little clips of what was going on, and, you know, I saw you doing the flips and the Cossack jumps, and I was like, what is Klaus?
Well, that's a huge part in my life, not only being big,
but being an
able
athlete.
to move and being an athlete.
Yeah.
Because you can be 300, 350 pounds and can't even breathe, but for me, that I can't function like that. I can't keep that in my mind.
Well, especially if one of your brothers wants to go take some bumps in the ring, you don't want to be out of shape, you know?
Well, they're all doing some kind of sports. My little brother is a strong man. He might not look that big, but he's fucking strong.
Yeah.
So, and my other brother is doing American football. And my big brother's weight training, but not really.
Right. So who's the king of the deadlift in your family? You? Okay.
Still king out there, brother.
Still
beating you.
Still king of the deadlift.
Yeah.
Now, I want people to see, some pictures from your last prep, I believe they were.
Okay.
You looked really good. You were posting up these shots. You might want to remind me when these shots are, but Jonathan's going to put a few up.
You're
showing your legs off. You look super lean in them, so I'm not quite sure you could tell me where you were dieting. I think you're wearing the new Live to Kill shirt. But, when were these taken?
These were taken a couple of months back, actually.
Oh, okay, because I thought you were dieting there. Now, this is my favorite one.
Well, I was dieting because my wife was dieting for the Arnold Classic.
Right,
But
okay.
as I supported her on the diet,
So you were kinda
I
dieting
also
with
supported her after the diet.
These are
with the
great
cheat
shots
meals.
here. You look great in these. Like, you look like you're halfway to show, you know?
No, I always have the glute striations. Always have
Your
some
quads are
detail.
lean all the time, eh?
Yeah, that's always the
Now
first
this
come
one I
in.
love the most because I'm a Trek fan, you know that. And when I saw that picture, I just thought that's how
Kirk,
Captain
right?
Kirk should look for the next set of movies. You know, we got to get
right?
we got to get a Jack Captain Kirk in there, you know. Yeah. But that was a great photo when you sent that to me. So it's you got a lot of interesting stuff going on, and I think it's good that you break the image of the bodybuilder that can't tie his shoes and that sort of thing too, you know?
Well, it's the same thing again, being able to move and being able to do other stuff.
Yeah.
People don't just want to see somebody big because everybody's big here, for example.
Yeah.
They want to see people with personalities. And that's why we're trying to bring them, letting people know that we can actually do more than just lift some heavy weights up.
Well, coming from a pro wrestling family, you would have to develop a personality to survive in that business at any level because that's part of your thing. You got to have the gimmick, right?
Yeah.
So you learn how to talk and you learn how to get out there and be loud and when you have to. So
you see my dad, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's loud all the time. he never goes out of character.
Right. Yeah, that is him. He's totally bought the gimmick. He is his gimmick now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Good. But from these photos till now, I put on probably 10 pounds more.
Okay.
So I'm a whole little bit more water, but we're still 20 weeks out.
It's time to grow for a little while. When do you start the diet?
Well, I'm always eating clean, but I'm going to adjust the diet in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So 20 weeks out now.
And then start going.
Yeah, because I always try to grow into a show.
Yeah.
Doing it smart, according to myself at least.
Yeah.
I don't want to stay up here being fat all year round, but staying okay lean and grow into a show as I do higher volume, higher frequency, up my BCAs, up my glutamine, stuff like that.
Right,
so I can
drop the
train
carbs
harder.
a little bit to get things moving.
Yeah, I tend to eat more food so I can train harder.
And more often.
Yeah, instead of cutting my calories, messing up my workouts. That doesn't make any sense for me.
Right. I'm really big on workout quality.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, diet as hard as you can, but still have incredible workouts. Once that drops,
if you can't work out, you can't burn any calories.
Exactly. You see some people that are doing so much cardio that they can't train. I'm like, what's the point of that? They got a little bit mixed up.
all the fun goes out of it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, exactly.
We love to train.
Especially after all these years, I got to have fun in the gym.
Yeah.
So what's the plan for the rest of the day? You're just going to like kill it at the booth and then when do you head home to Denmark?
We always kill it at the booth.
I know,
We always have a lot of people here coming by and we enjoy that. We're very thankful. But I'm going back a little bit later today to Denmark.
Okay.
And it's off to a new day tomorrow. In the gym again, doing what we like to do.
So when can people see you on stage? Danish Nationals?
Danish Nationals, October 4th. Taking the first place.
Yes, that's the plan, right? You were third last time, right?
Yeah, I was the smallest in the show, but the best conditioned guy.
You looked really good. You were shredded.
But I'll probably have 10 or 15 pounds more.
Okay.
So, should be, if everything goes well, number one.
That's the plan. How much cardio do you normally do for a show?
I went up to 45 minutes 5 times a week.
Right, right.
I did a lot more before, but now it doesn't really make any sense. As we talked about, I want to be able to
train every
work
body
out.
part twice a week at that stage?
Yeah, about every
okay.
body
Lots
part.
of frequency makes up for it.
Well, it depends on which body part that you're lacking on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've done my shoulder 3 times a week to bring them up, and that's worked. I got a bigger cap now, you know, so it depends on which part you need to work on as well. You can still do some things, even though we're dieting.
You can hit it every 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
You're gonna get more growth out of it.
If you get enough food, BCAAs and so forth.
Right, right.
That's the most important part, right? Nutrition.
Yeah, no, definitely. Klaus knows his stuff. So if someone wants to get you to help them for a show, how do they contact you?
Well, they can contact me on klausriis.com, info@klausriis.com. I do coaching, and we do a lot of systematic training, so we don't let your body adapt to a certain type of training because we want the growth curve to continue upwards always, instead of just saying, okay, now I'm not getting sore anymore.
Right.
Nice. No, that's not good.
Yeah, yeah.
Then your body has adapted, so we do certain different types of training and changing up in the diet all the time, so we keep people moving forwards. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
progress.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Trying to doing whatever you can to make progress.
Yeah, in the right ways, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Klaus Myren Riis, fellow super mutant. Good to see you again, have you on the show.
To see you. Always nice to be here.
Get back to work now.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little break. I'm coming back with a friend of mine, Callum von Moger from Cellucor. He's going to be on the show.
Yeah.
Big Ron Partlow here, and we're doing a taste test. So we've got the new Mutant Pro 100. We've got one of our leading competitors. We're pretty confident that we're going to dominate this one. Keep them on the right sides, water in between. So take your time, smell it, taste it. We've got more if you need more. So we got a definite decision?
Definite decision.
That's a Mutant Pro 100.
The milk chocolate flavor definitely threw me over to the Mutant Pro 100.
Okay. This is the Pro 100. I had the competitor marked.
The other one pretty much seemed almost flavorless in comparison. Yeah, it was really good. It tasted, pretty much just like a birthday cake.
This one.
There you go. I heard it goes straight to your glutes and quads.
There we go.
So you picked the Pro 100.
I like the creamy texture of it.
That's the new Mutant Pro 100.
It was good. It was very flavorful and very quick.
That's the Mutant Pro 100.
That's definitely better. Like, it tasted a lot more natural, and I could tell right away.
And it went very well. We had 9 out of 10 people on average pick the Pro 100. As for the other people at 1 out of 10, I mean, you know, some people still like Nickelback. As for that 1 out of 10, I mean, you know, some people like their flavor to be completely unrecognizable from 10 other brands. As for that 1 out of 10, I mean, there are people out there that like the taste of dirt. And as for those 1 out of 10, I mean, not everybody really lifts. As for that 1 out of 10, I mean, somebody's going to see the Twilight movies. We're back. Callum von Moger, friend of mine. Good to have you on Mutant Live. Thanks for coming by. Hey, what's going on with you?
Well, I came out this week for the Body Power UK with Cellucor. So it's been great. It's the second time to the UK for me, and it's good.
Yeah, you're pretty popular here. I mean, you're Australian, but there's so much Australian-British sort of crossover with, you know, people that are well known. I mean, I remember when I lived in Australia, it was sort of a, you know, the British celebrities crossed over more than, as to say, with Canada. So you find you're pretty well known here?
Yeah, it's really cool. you know, I came out here and a lot of kids recognize me from social media, whatever, Snapchat, all these sort of things. So it's good. I've got a very across the board sort of a following, and it's really.
Now,
it's really
how many Instagram followers do you have?
260 or something.
260,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe you could get me 100.
All right.
Can you get me 100?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy 100 off you. How's that?
Oh, I'll just shout
You
you
can
out.
do me
It's
some
easy.
favors. No, yeah, you're an interesting phenomenon, and you know, a lot of times people think about this industry kind of the old way, where you know you had to be like top 10 IFBB for anyone to know you. I always talk about the 90s, right? And now you know you're big in Japan, you're big in Korea. You're big in
China,
Japan. It's
yeah.
almost, it sounds funny, right? I'm big in Japan.
I think
You're big everywhere.
Everyone's big in Japan.
But you know what I mean. So you know you're really well known. You have a lot of people that, and in Australia you're basically like a celebrity.
Well, you know, in this sort of circuit, I'm quite renowned, and being around the bodybuilding circuit there at the start helped with building up my international exposure, because that's how I started competing, obviously in my hometown, and then that built opportunities to go to international shows. Last year I competed in South Korea, before that is in Greece. I competed in Austria for the Junior Miss Universe, and this year in 6 weeks I go to France to try and defend my title again.
That's awesome. And how old are you?
24.
Yeah, I mean that just knocks me out. You know, I mean they didn't make. You know, we got Johnny Dowell and you at the booth. I mean, you know, when did 24-year-olds come like this? It
I don't know.
It didn't used to happen.
Yeah.
Now I want to show a picture. We got some good photos of Callum, so you can see. You know, he's got a physique, and you got one great photo. You know, this is I think this is Blue Steel. We call this one Blue Steel. Is that your modeling shot?
Yeah. This is just checking out the game.
You know, so these are all just different preps that you've done. I'm not sure what years these are.
You know what? This is actually about not this particular picture. Before that was about this time last year. About 6 weeks. That was just before I came to the Body Power last year.
Oh, okay. And then this one, of course, Arnold. You know, giving you some posing tips at Gold's Venice.
Bit of bushwick, yeah. That was earlier this year in January. I bumped into Arnold at Gold's gym. He normally trains there sometimes in the mornings, and I just asked if he was good for a quick photo. And
you just happened to see him?
Yeah. He just bumped in, and he sort of gave me some tips for posing.
He must have liked you. You know, he's a fan of the taller guys with the aesthetic shape.
I
and
think
structure.
so. Yeah, I told him that I liked that style of bodybuilding. That these guys always kept the waist nice and tight, and he agreed. And I just sort of chewed his ear off a little bit and see what I could get out of him. So,
Did he give you any advices?
Oh, yeah, he did. He gave me some good advices, I think, so something to pass on.
Yeah, no, not many guys get to do a posing session with Arnold for
so
free. Now, I want to talk about Gold's Venice. You were just over there training with a friend of mine, Eric DeLauro.
Oh, yeah, Eric.
You know, I know Eric from the Canadian circuit. We actually competed together before. Back when I first started at Nationals. So he's a trainer down there. He's very well known. How are things going working with him?
Really good. I've been with him now since, training with him for a few weeks. And as soon as I came back from Australia, I emailed him. I said, Eric, I'm good to go. Can you help me get ready for this show in June? I never had a coach before, so I've never actually had anyone give me some sort of finer tips on the dieting and these sort of things. I've always sort of done it myself, but he knows his stuff, and I've got some really good progress with him so far.
So give me an example of something like you said you never worked with anybody on diet before. So is there anything like what's something that he changed?
Everything.
Everything?
Pretty well.
You took the ice cream out? You were getting shredded on ice cream?
No more McDonald's, hamburgers. But no, it's good. He got me to actually sort of monitor how much protein I'm getting in each day, because I probably didn't eat enough. I just used to eat very instinctively. Just when I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm not, I don't. If I wanted to tell a friend.
And now he's got you weighing everything?
Yeah, he weighs it and all this sort of stuff. I just look at it and eat it, scan a barcode, whatever.
What would you say are the benefits now? Are you seeing the benefits of having someone help you?
Yeah, because
taking the thinking out of it?
I mean, for me, I built up now the foundations that I want, and I'm at a size that I like, but I wanted to refine it and sort of chisel away on certain areas. So I think to do this, I really got to knuckle down on the diet. So once I've got that, down to a point, I think everything else is going to sort of fall into place for me. So
yeah, well, if you've gotten it, I always tell people, sometimes people want to hire a coach and they want the coach to get them ripped. but you've already been ripped.
Yeah.
So that helps Eric, because you already know you got to work hard. You already know you got to suffer.
He was very surprised that I ate what I eat, and he was shocked. He didn't understand what was going on as well. So,
well,
yeah,
he comes from that goal. I mean, he comes from that Gold's Venice, that Jay Cutler way of doing things, where everything is, weighed and measured and exactly the same, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's definitely why
him.
I can't net diet like you. Like, do you just?
No, that's right. Not everyone can. It's I've been like naturally skinnier growing up, and I got a very quick metabolism. My whole family, my brothers, my mom, very lean, and so for us, it's more for me. It's like I need to get the calories in just to hold weight, to maintain. If I don't, then I lose weight.
Right. So what show you got planned? What's the show you're doing?
The WFF Mr. Universe. That's France, June 27th. Yeah.
Okay, and you chose to compete in that avenue of shows because of the height classes. You said that was something that really attracted you at first, right?
Yeah, that's right. So this federation, I mean, in Australia, they do it all by height or weight.
And that was NABA, right?
NABA is tall
NABA
class,
in Australia.
class 1.
Yeah.
So it's above 181 centimeters.
Yeah.
As soon as you hit the international stage, then it goes into height and weight categories. So I'm in a tall heavyweight division, which they call extreme body. But what drew me to this particular federation, the World Fitness Federation, is it's more about the aesthetic, more athletic-looking body types. It's not NABA today is much bigger, and these guys are a bit sort of leaner, so to speak. So
no, that's cool. I remember when I was in Australia going and watching NABA shows, and they were all height classes. And I remember all the guys there telling me, they're like, you're just over 6 foot. You'd be awesome in class 1. It was built for you. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. But I never did get the opportunity to compete in height classes. But it looks like it's easier for the judges in a lot of ways.
Well, it's absolutely.
Because it's like everyone's kind of just straight across the stage.
That's right. You can sort of put them all up together. You're not looking up and down like this. You just sort of run across, and it's probably easier to get a better sort of caliber of physiques lined up to judge. Unfortunately, I think the pro division, because there's not that many pros now at the moment, they're going to mix it all up. So
right.
It changes things a little bit. I have to use Arnold's advices.
Well, you got the physique to carry you through any sticking points, so
yeah.
You're crazy. You don't see 24-year-olds like this very often. You're booming. Everything's going up, up, up. What's the plan now? You got your show coming. What else is up for Callum?
For me next, yes, I'll just get ready for the show, and then I've got another week afterwards to do another show in Italy, and then have a break, relax, and then we'll see. I'm not 100% sure.
We'll see from there.
Yeah.
You didn't get hooked into any acting gigs in LA, did you? You go get an agent? Did Eric hook you up?
Maybe something later. We'll see. Yeah.
I know Eric knows a few. He can make some calls.
Yeah, I'll talk to Eric. He does.
So tell everyone how to get a hold of you and your Instagram, and make sure they know where you're at.
Come and follow me on Instagram. It's just callumvonmoga.com. Oh no, that's my website. So Instagram, everything's just Callum Von Moga. Snapchat, Callum Von Life. You can just watch me during the day, doing whatever. It's like every day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
thanks for coming on, man.
Cheers.
Callum Von Moga, good friend of mine. Hey,
we'll
we met through Scotty, so it's all good, eh?
Awesome. Thanks very much.
We met at Dino's last year, actually, didn't we?
That's it.
Yeah.
Smashing some.
It all starts at Dino's after it was closed.
Yeah. After hours.
Cool. Thanks for coming on. It's the Day 3, Episode 1, Mutant Live. We'll be back. Next episode's special surprise.